Hello everyone, welcome to today's session of the series Webinar 2021 Chungbuk for foreign investors. This session introduces the hydrogen economy perspective in South Korea and Chungbuk 2021. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Sarah Rieger and I am a consultant at CBCM. CBCM is a commissioned facilitator for accelerating cross-border business development for Korean local governments. We are specialized in Korean market entry, and we can help you establish a Korean business entity and apply for government support programs. Please feel free to contact us to explore opportunities in the South Korean market. You can also learn more about our activities via our presence in Hanover, Germany and Lyon, France. Part 1 of this session looks at the hydrogen business opportunities in South Korea, and Part 2 explains Chungbuk Province's hydrogen plan and introduces some strategic projects. Let's begin with Part 1, hydrogen business opportunities in South Korea. Here, I will talk about the Korean government's hydrogen vision and investment policy, hydrogen applications and supply system. Through this insight into the government's hydrogen plans, I hope companies in relevant industries can identify business opportunities in South Korea. Korea has the ambitious goal to become the #1 hydrogen economy in the world. By 2040, the hydrogen industry is expected to add more than $38 billion to Korea's economy and create 420,000 new jobs. Also, Korea plans to achieve the world's highest market share of hydrogen vehicles. To achieve these goals, the National Assembly passed a special law last year. The Hydrogen Economy Promotion and Hydrogen Safety Management Law was designed to make sure that all necessary steps can be taken and all arising issues can be resolved without delays. The expansion of the hydrogen economy is also part of the Korean New Deal, which is supposed to help the Korean economy recover after the COVID-19 shock. For more information on the Korean New Deal, please refer to the previous webinar session. The government's investment policy is centered around the strategic goal to reduce the hydrogen price significantly. The next milestone is to reach a price of around $3 per kilogram in 20 years. To help the industry achieve this goal, the Korean government is using a number of support methods, including subsidies, regulatory reform, tariffs, taxation benefits, and additional support to help small and medium enterprises form a compact hydrogen industry ecosystem. These support methods are especially targeted at 3 focus areas. For hydrogen production, there are projects like building electrolysis plants based on large-scale solar and wind energy, and using fuel cell technology to power buildings. R&D is needed to improve the efficiency of hydrogen extraction, diversify hydrogen extraction methods, and achieve economic feasibility of electrolysis technologies. The expansion of hydrogen vehicles is also one of the government's main interests, with the goal of reaching a production volume of 6.2 million vehicles in 2040. The Korean government has divided the application of hydrogen into mobility and energy. Mobility is mostly concerned with hydrogen-powered vehicles and therefore also hydrogen fueling stations. The plan is to expand the number of fueling stations to 1,200 and reach a production output of 6.2 million units of hydrogen vehicles within the next 20 years. The 6.2 million include domestic demand and export. Other than vehicles, the application of hydrogen is being expanded to ships, trains, drones, construction equipment, and more. Here, the R&D focus is on issues like exploring different sources of hydrogen production, reduction of storage volume, and increasing speed and running distance. The second application is energy. Here, making hydrogen economically feasible is of course a central issue. By 2025, the cost of hydrogen power generation should be reduced to that of LNG. Other milestones are the development of hydrogen gas turbines by 2030 and to power almost 1 million households by 2040. Hydrogen fuel cells are used for power generation and to power homes. The plan is to achieve 15 gigawatts for power generation and 2.1 gigawatts for homes by 2040. Lastly, let's look at the overall hydrogen supply system. The supply of hydrogen is set to reach over 5 million tons per year by 2040. Currently, there is an effort to add water electrolysis technology to the more established methods of hydrogen extraction and byproduct hydrogen. Starting from 2030, import will also become a hydrogen source. Regarding the storage and transport of hydrogen, the Korean government has not made very specific announcements yet. However, it is clear that the goal will be to transfer from high-pressure gas storage to liquefaction, liquid and solid storage. In terms of hydrogen transport, the government plans to build a nationwide pipeline supply chain. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can ask them now in our short Q&A session. Or you can always send us an email at contact@cbcm-code.com. Thank you.